It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Broncos and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago, when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week: 15 carries, 69 yards.
But he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught. Jeudy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, Quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Joe Mixon
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. That catch good for only a couple.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Now back to throw.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Tucker now to following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes this to Sutton.
The first down pass complete to Cortland Sutton. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
On second down, Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Under a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustment.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay officials.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And he's brought down.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Able to shake him off. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play. Right there, pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Get ready.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Second down at 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
74 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
On second down now. Mixon with a first down and more. And down to the 19-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down the defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is the tight end Fant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Turner. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the...
And now before the ball changes hands, I can take a look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
2 touchdowns for him already in this 1st half. This one good for a 1st down. Now it's Mixon running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Second down at 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back to throw again. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll look to throw again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. He'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Joe Mixon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Brought down by DJ Wanham.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Handoff comes to Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A beautiful fake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I'm coming back.
A big loss on the play.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. That's the end.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
57 to Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Gets it off to Freeman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete to Turner. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now Courtland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now back to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Denver's offense ready to go again, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Harper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, that last touchdown did nothing to affect the score here and who was going to win the game. But I know all of our fantasy friends were eagerly watching, and some people are dancing around happy right now.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that lines up a 7-play drive all total, and it's polished off by a Viking score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 12.
And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.